Ready when you are.
Bonjour everyone, welcome to one of our 4 Lunch and Learn series presented as part of the EMSB Parent Conference, ParentCon 2023. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Daniel Totone. I'm a parent volunteer on the English Montreal School Board's Parent Committee, and we are and we're and we're here live in numerous locations. I would like to take this time to recognize that the English Montreal School Board is located on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Cayenne-Gahage. We are grateful to live, learn, and work in Tiohtià:ke, which has long been a site of meeting and exchange for many First Nations and is currently the home to diverse groups of Indigenous and other peoples. It is important that we acknowledge the historic and ongoing role of education institutions in perpetuating injustices against Indigenous communities. We are committed to educating staff, students, and parents about the true history and current realities of the Indigenous peoples of what we now call Canada. Celebrating the cultures, contributions, and knowledge of the many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities, listening to and amplifying Indigenous voices, and partnering with local Indigenous community members. We offer this acknowledgement as a first step and public commitment to our ongoing process towards reconciliation and justice for Indigenous peoples and communities. For those of you who have never attended this event before, it is organized by the English Montreal School Board Parents Committee. The committee is a government-mandated body and represents all EMSB parents. We inform the EMSB of parent needs, advise the EMSB on related issues, and our members represent parents on EMSB committees and the Council of Commissioners. We also promote and encourage different ways for parents and guardians to connect with each other. Our annual events like this Lunch and Learn are one of the ways that we try to create a community. The purpose of this event is to provide you with some valuable information, tips, and strategies to help you navigate the joys and challenges of parenting. We believe that every parent deserves access to the tools and resources they need to succeed in their role. We hope you will enjoy this opportunity to learn from experts and gain valuable information to help your child thrive. Switching slides. Before we get to our main programming, we would like to get some housekeeping out of the way. There are 2 ways that you can access this talk. We've provided guests with a Zoom link, and we are live streaming this on the EMSB Parents Committee YouTube page. There will be a Q&A after the main presentation, and we invite you to enter your questions into the chat box or comment field. We will try our best to get to all questions. Now on to today's talk. Homework can be a challenge in the evenings, and students find it hard too. Learn offers evening online tutoring and homework help at no charge. Learn's tutors are experienced, qualified Quebec teachers who work one-on-one with students, though through engaging and interactive, secure online platform. They provide students in the elementary and secondary sector support in math, French, sciences, social studies, English language arts, and more. Carolina Toteda is the Marketing, Communications, and Digital Media Manager, Gestionnaire du Marketing, des Communications et des médias numériques at Learn, and she will walk through the valuable resources that Learn has to offer. Carolyn, the mic is yours. You can go ahead and share
Hi,
if you want.
everybody. Yes, I think I was on mute. So, hi, everybody, and thank you, Daniel, and the EMSB Parent Conference organizers for having learned once again at your annual parent conference. We really appreciate the support of your community and the members. So, I'll begin our presentation with a bit of like background on, what we do, who we are, and what our mission is. So I'm going to share my screen. I have a presentation that I'd love to share. So I'll do that right away. So who am I? Like Daniel mentioned, my name is Carolina Toteda. I take care of the marketing communications and digital media manager here at Learn. I just want to give you a little bit of a learn at a glance of what we did last school year. That would be the 2022 school year. The present school year is not finalized. So once we get all that information, we'll definitely share with our community next year in the fall. So last year, our Learn Tutoring program offered over 35,000 tutoring sessions to students across the province of Quebec in Anglophone school boards, both in elementary and secondary levels. That was really one of that was our biggest year yet. And this year proves to be another successful record year again, thanks to the support of the amazing community that we serve. We also offered over 6,000 educators some support, and we offered 166 professional learning pedagogical sessions because we do offer services, resources to pedagogical professionals across the province. Our main mandate is basically to serve over 90,000 students in the English-speaking school boards across the province, including private schools. And our community schools, our PRT, our provincial resource team, supported over 90 community schools and adult education centers in the CLC network as well. So we have three main services at Learn. So the virtual campus, this is where you would find all the support, student support, and families would come here for resources and services that we offer. Then we have another services, which is the pedagogical services team, which is services and resources again, and professional development to educators and professionals in education. That's another team. And then we have our provincial resource team, PRT, which supports parents, community development agents that are found in the community learning schools, and community members. We have a lot of partnerships with different organizations across the province. And who is our provincial network? Like I mentioned earlier, over 90,000 students in the English-speaking community of Quebec. We serve all the 9 English school boards, some special status boards, private schools that are part of the QAIS, and the Association of Jewish Day Schools. We're associated with most of the universities, Bishops, Concordia, McGill, and we also work on certain programs, special programs with the Montreal Fluency Center and the Montreal Oral School of the Deaf. So like I mentioned earlier, we serve teachers as well. For the sake of this presentation, we'll talk mostly about what is available to families and students in terms of the resources, but I just wanted to give you a brief overview of our services that is offered to educators as well. So like it mentions that, our PED team develops and shares resources and provides professional learning opportunities for educators in the English language speaking community. So across the province, we collaborate with a lot of the PED consultants across the school boards, and we work together to meet the needs of the community. Our provincial resource team as well is the support team to community schools network that are found across the province. CLCs that we call them, community learning centers. They're also known as community schools. Their mandate is to really support student success and contribute to the vitality of the English-speaking communities in Quebec. It's like the school is the hub of the community. So this is where they, families and the community members would find a lot of great resources, great webinars, presentations, even programs. We actually work with the CDA's for specific programs. They provide, like our PRT team provides continuous professional development to the CDAs that are part of the CLC schools in the province. They work with the principals, teachers as well. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's basically a quick overview of that team. And now we come to the virtual campus team, which is really I guess the purpose of our presentation and our participation in this event today. What do we offer students and families to support families in order to ensure that their children receive all the resources available to them? As I mentioned earlier, we're a nonprofit organization, so all our services that we offer are at no charge to our community members. So, we're here to support the community based on the needs that are out there, and all our services are accessible and our resources are accessible at no charge. So what does the virtual campus team offer? So basically, we offer resources and services for students both at the elementary and the secondary level. We have online and blended learning resources and a service. Sorry, that's a service that we offer, but through the school board. It's not really a service that a parent or a family has access directly with us. It's really through the school board, the demand and the need of the school board. We offer Learn Tutoring Online, which is our most popular program that supports our students and families, which I don't know if many of you are aware of it or not. I'm not sure if maybe there's probably some first-time parents, but we'll discuss that later after the presentation, and obviously I'll take some questions. We also have a summer school that we support during every summer, along with our partner school boards. We offer subject help specific resources. And we have a resource called Learn How To's, which are really amazing, which I'll review with you shortly. So our Learn Tutoring program. What is our Learn Tutoring program? So like I mentioned earlier, it's a program that is offered at no charge. It's offered during the school year. So the months that we offer tutoring is from October to June, right up to the exam prep. It's a one-on-one weekday half-hour evening sessions online, and they're all offered by certified teachers. So it might be a teacher that's practicing in your school, your child's school, but it's really teachers that are already in position at any school board across the province. Our program is really it's not just homework help. It's really study review. It's a one-on-one session, but it's also building a relationship with a teacher and ensuring that the child understands what is expected of them on a certain topic, a certain subject area. Our tutoring is offered for all the different subject areas out there. So you can ask for math, English, French, sciences, history, and so much more. And we also offer Feedback Friday. So it's great because our tutoring services, not only is it a one-on-one, really, a very customized type of session, but we offer feedbacks at the end of every week's session. So a teacher will send an email to the family and will share with the school as well of the said child. So to ensure that, everybody that's part of the child's, life and academic learning environment is aware of, where he or she is maybe struggling or is excelling, whatever it is, whatever the case may be. So we offer Feedback Friday, so everybody's aware what's happening with the child, how the session went, et cetera, what needs to be reviewed. And it's a great way of being on top of a child's academic journey. As a parent myself with 2 children, I think that's great, and I it's nice to know what's happening in a child's weekly sessions with tutoring, because you'll see where they need the help if that's the case or not. Our sessions are really online, so it's from the comfort of your home. You don't have to go anywhere, as long as you have a laptop or a desktop, headphones, and a Wi-Fi connection, pretty sturdy Wi-Fi connection, that you're good to go. And it's very simple. The request is done through our website at learnquebec.ca with our specific landing pages /tutoring, as you see here in the presentation. And we begin tutoring from grades 2 and up. So anybody that's younger than grade 2 will not be eligible for this service at that point, because it's kindergarten, grade 1, they're still exploring. So grade 2 and up is when we offer the Learn Tutoring sessions to students who attend English-speaking schools, again, private or at the public or the private sector. So when do our tutoring sessions happen? Our tutoring sessions happen, the winter session is from October to February. Spring session is anywhere right after the March break, so April through June exams. And it's very simple. Like I said earlier, you make a request via our appointments on our landing page of our website. So basically we open tutoring right after, it's usually around like right after the Thanksgiving holiday, because by then students will have been already in school for about a month. You get that progress report. You see where your child may need some extra help, wants to excel, whatever it is. And again, tutoring is really, it's for any child. It's whatever you want it to be. Like, it's not just for, the child that maybe is not achieving the grades that they're expecting or struggling. It's really for anything. It's maybe to excel at a certain subject or excel at a certain topic or theme or whatever it is, right? And the sessions, when they open, like when the registrations open, it's not like you need to register by a certain date. I have to admit, though, that the last few years, our tutoring program has become so popular, especially what we went through, and a lot of help was needed for students the last few years. So our tutoring really exploded and just is like more than doubled, actually more than doubled. I think we've gone that doubled, it's tripled, quadrupled since well, of course, since the beginning, which is over 16, 17 years. But this is why we, if you really want an appointment, we recommend that you put in your request as soon as possible, because we do tend to get filled up at capacity. Again, this is a new era of tutoring, because we're so much in demand, and the demand for tutoring is really high now, that our resources only allow us to sustain a certain amount of sessions. So basically, we typically don't close tutoring, but when we get to a capacity that we cannot fulfill any more appointments, like we did now in the spring session, we need to close our tutoring appointments. But generally, it's an open registration. You can register anytime. You don't have to register for the whole year. You could register for, like, I don't know, if it's a month, 2 months, if let's say your child needs a specific more clear understanding on a certain subject area or a topic, or let's say they have an exam coming up and they want to like perfect their knowledge on or skills on a certain topic, then basically they could take a couple of weeks, right? So it's very simple. You go on our website, you ask for an appointment, you put in as much information as possible. I'll go check. I'll demonstrate where the link is on our website so you have a better understanding. I actually I put this slide here up today because I think it's important to understand our Learn Tutoring and our program and the people that have been using it, like the families and parents and students that have been using it for so many years. We actually did a survey. We mandated an external company to survey parents that have been using our tutoring service. And we got some amazing results and some amazing feedback from parents that I think it's important to share, especially for a parent that is not sure, should I use the service? Is that going to be good for my child? That there's that stereotype, that notion that, oh, something free is not really valuable, but in this case, it really is a contradictory, what people think of a free service. Just based on the survey and also our Facebook reviews that we have on our social media platform. So the 4 key results from the survey demonstrate the following. 85% of parents reported their child was more confident. So not only does our Learn Tutoring service offer the support academic-wise, like academically and helping them with, perfect their knowledge and their skills and understand, it's also giving the child that confidence. So that's a biggie, because that's 85%. And that means that students are not only taking tutoring because they don't understand the topic, it's because they're not confident, or they're not getting that that confidence for whatever XYZ reason, right? So this is a great way if your child is like maybe struggling, might have that little bit of an anxiety, I'm not, or not sure, give it a try. It doesn't hurt to try. So, our service. 85% have reported that their child was motivated to learn after the tutoring program. Let's face it, as a parent, how many of your kids are really interested in doing tutoring, right? I don't think there's many, right? But it seems that, once they try the first time, second time, they're like, oh my gosh, I love it. They look forward to going to our tutoring sessions because our teachers are really, they really, build a relationship with the child to make them understand and make them feel comfortable. And it's really a safe environment. And 80% saw direct improvements in grades or test scores. So like how amazing is that in terms of like valuable feedback and testimonial, so that by taking our service, your child will improve one way or another. And more than 97% of parents responding to the survey indicated that they would recommend the Learn program to other parents. Like that's great. Like, I mean, for us, that's music to our ears. When we hear that, we know that we're doing our job and we're fulfilling the mission that we were mandated to do. And basically it's making sure that students are successful. So, like I mentioned earlier, like amazing results. I would like to read you some testimonials that we received from some parents, which were really amazing. I'll go over them in a few seconds. So I just wanted to put this slide here because it basically gives you an overview of how many appointments have been done. Like this was the last school year. So like, I mean, we're doing an EMSB conference, and just there, look at that big orange circle. You have close to 10,500 appointments the last school year, the 2021-2022, which is just amazing. And this year is just like way up there as well. So we're glad that we're able to support families when it's needed. So let me just, sorry. Excuse me. Okay. So another resource that we offer is subject help. So there are specific subject help resources we have both for elementary and for the high school level. So I'll go through them when I go on the website. I'll show you where you can find these resources. They're amazing. There's tools, resources that parents can access for different subject areas. We have a lot of our featured resources. What's great about them is that they're actually pages that our tutors that we use for that are doing our tutoring, they're teachers. They are the ones that they recommend certain tools and resources because that's what they use in their classroom, and that's what they feel that is helpful. It could be games, it could be a website that they recommend. So these are really great tools, and they're valuable resources and are shared by teachers. So again, another resource that's accessible to families to look at and look at it with their child. We have another great resource called Class Marker. So Class Marker is really specific to the secondary level student. They're online tests, so they're self-tests. So they just go online, they log in through the portal of their school board. So this is really a resource that is not widely accessible for anyone unless they are attending an English school. So they'll access this section of our website through their school board portal. They'll see the Learn logo, they'll click on that, and they're going to get to their personal page, and you'll have a link to this specific Class Marker landing page. And you have lots of tests, the tests available right now. And actually, we just uploaded 2 new ones in the last week, I believe. SN4 Math, SN5 Math. There's Sec 3 Math. There's Math CST4, Physics, Science and the Environment, and Science and Technology. These are all self-tests. You could write and rewrite them as many times as you want, and the feedback is instant, so it's great. It's great practice, especially now that we're in a crunch exam period. We also have a specific page dedicated to exam prep. It's called Exam Prep Resources. It's basically, it gives you an overview of all the compulsory exams that are available for 2022-2023. Families can go on this site, students as well, and it's really structured to make you understand what is needed for every subject area, all those compulsory exams, ministry exams that have to be written in June. and what are the expectations. So there's sample questions. There's also information on the structure and administration of the exams. This is really important. Actually, a few weeks ago, we partnered with a partner called Alloprof, and we did a Facebook Live about, end of year exam prep. It's on our it's on our social media page, which is on Facebook. It was a live that's saved. It's also on our YouTube channel that you can access. And you'll see all the different amazing tools, tips, and resources that we shared, especially for this time of the year, this crucial time of year for students and family. And all our this section also offers like different videos, exam checklists, and resources for a lot of the subject areas that are part of of those compulsory exams. And what's great about this page is that it gives you a checklist, but like it's like sometimes it's just a very simple things like, okay, what time is my exam? Where is my exam, right? Like sometimes they, students might say, oh my gosh, I forgot where my exam is. So like a really good checklist to get you prepared and ready for those exams. So again, this is another great resource that I encourage families and students to access, especially now. Our other resource that we offer is called the Learn How To. So the how-tos are really easy step-by-step descriptions, simple tasks, common tasks for students. And you know what? They're so simple to understand. So a student, especially at the elementary level, younger student, we have like how to write how to write an oral. We have for all different subject areas, especially for this time of the year again, exam prep. We have the math memory aid that's really popular. It's been accessed on our website page of the how-tos many thousands of times. Shows you how to write a nice math memory aid. It gives you a little bit of a guide. There's the oral, there's how to interpret an image, especially for history. Now that the history exams are coming along too, it's a lot of great topics and common tasks for students to practice. I also encouraged accessing this website page with these different resources. And we also have something called Learn Quebec Good Night Bag. So Good Night Bag is more for like the younger audience, right? Our toddlers, families that have 3 to age 5-year-olds. It's basically, structuring your bedtime routine, like some really fun little resources that are found on this website, great to access for the younger ones. So I encourage you, if you have any toddlers at home, to please access some of the resources that we have here, like coloring books, little checklists, just to prepare them for bedtime, to get them into a great routine, to have a good night's sleep and ready for, the next day. So like I mentioned earlier about Learn's PRT team, we focus on having a lot of partnerships with different organizations. We support the community. The last couple of years, we had some really amazing series of webinars that were for parents. There were parent series. So these webinars are still on our YouTube channel, great to access. We had different topics that parents wanted to know about, like, the anxiety, how to help them study, and all different types of topics that were really, basically needed and an ask from the community. So these are all hosted on our YouTube channel of Learn. It's called Learn Quebec YouTube channel. So you could access these past webinars. And that's pretty much all about our presentation. I'll take some questions, but I would like to just review a few little things that I mentioned during the presentation in going into our website. Just a second. And I'm actually, before we do that, okay, get out of here. Before we do that, I wanted to read a couple of and if you have any questions or comments, please add them to the chat. I will look at them, in a few minutes. So some of the sample comments we got when we did the survey back in January, the survey I mentioned earlier, we actually collected over 400 comments from parents. And some of the positive effects of the program, this is what some parents mentioned. I'll read you a few comments and feedback that we received. Our daughter started last year in high school, failing her math test, and ended the year with the most improved in math awards, thanks to her tutor. Like, this is amazing. Like, again, music to our ears. This is what we want to hear, that we know that our service is really there to support families and students and ensuring that students are successful. So this is like, really couldn't be happier with a comment like this. I have been using this program for over 3 years. In all the years and all the tutors for both children, I have had only one negative experience with a tutor. The tutors have been magnificent, and so helpful over the years. Like, this is amazing. This is a parent, a family that's been using our service for over 3 years for both of their children. And again, it's great. Like, I mean, this is, we're happy that and just like the fact that they've been using it for so many years, that, like, they're loyal, they're happy with the service. So like, that's again, another amazing comment. All my kids look forward and enjoy their online tutoring. They seem to be more focused on their participation. My son gets his homework completed every time, which is great, because I know sometimes some families struggle on homework, right? Students that have a hard time completing their homework for whatever reason. So this is a great support mechanism to help your child complete their homework. They also, some parents commended the program for the French. So my child's confidence and interest in French has increased. Her teachers have said that she has become more confident and proficient in French. That's amazing. It was only 3 months since my children came to Canada, and we had a hard time because my children couldn't communicate at school. But I'm proud to see my children's speaking skills improve gradually by going to school, taking classes, and receiving tutoring at Learn. So again, that's another amazing feedback and testimonial from a parent. These sessions have helped them regularize French speaking outside the class. This is great because we are an English household, so there aren't always opportunities for my son to practice speaking English outside school. So again, another way to use the service, and want to improve the French, but outside school hours, right? So I'm going to just share my screen now quickly, just to show you our website and some of the resources that I mentioned earlier. Are there any questions from the audience? Like, looking at the chat, hang on a second. I don't think I see anything. Just make sure I don't miss
Hi,
it.
Carolina.
Yes.
I do have just one comment on our YouTube that we have a parent that has their child taking classes twice a week for 1 hour, so I'm sure they're very happy. And I actually did have a couple questions myself.
Sure.
So you did mention this is crunch time. It does fill up. Are there waiting lists, or is there a delay to potentially get on get a service in these times? And what about when it's not crunch time, when it's during the regular semester? Is it like an immediate appointment schedule, or do we have to wait?
I was going to actually go online and show you that part of the online tutoring. So to answer your different questions, the first question is, unfortunately, at this point in time of the year, we had to close the Learn tutoring sessions evening a little bit earlier than we usually do, because we came to our capacity. Like, we have certain resources that we could fulfill, and we were not able to accept any new tutoring, any new student to go on our tutoring sessions. We are supporting students up until the exams, which is in a couple of weeks, and then that will be it. So we're not accepting any new registrations. We haven't been. It's like over a month now. But typically, people ask, students, families go online, they make the requests, and we get they get a first appointment, especially if it's their first time using our service. They'll get a first appointment to ensure that everything goes well. And if they miss their appointment, like, there might be like if you want to call it a penalty, I don't like that word there, but it's because although our service is free, we do like, our teachers show up for the appointment. So if you could cancel the appointment, at least we hope that they will cancel 24 hours in advance, so that we could give that appointment to another child. But typically, we accept registrations all year long. But again, it's hard for me to answer that question, because if we get a big influx of appointments, and obviously we need the tutors to also offer these sessions, right? So there's so much that we have, like the capacity might get full, and that's sometimes out of our control, right? We don't like to say no to families and students, but sometimes we have no choice because of our limited resources that we do have and funding.
For that delay, I'm sorry, for the times where there's no, you're not full. What's the delay between scheduling an appointment and getting?
Okay, well, again, typically you'll get an email within 24 to 48 hours, right? Again, it all depends on the influx. It's hard because the last 3 years it's just been influx every time. Like every time our registrations open, like we get filled up, and there usually is a wait list. If let's say you put in your information, we'll have a wait list. If we have cancellations, we will call the parent or student family back. But typically within 48 hours you get an answer, and then you'll get an appointment. Like very rare cases that you're going to get an appointment tomorrow. It's not going to happen. It's just because there's so much registration happening when they open the doors. Okay. That we need to communicate with the families, ensure that they get scheduled to the right on the right session with the subject, plan everything. So there might be that delay of a week, maybe 2 weeks. Again, it's hard. Every year is a little different. It depends on the influx of appointments that we're receiving, right? I'm just going to share quickly the website. Here you are. Do you see the website? Yes. Okay, good. So here's the students, and here is what is online tutoring. That's the section where you would ask for your request, your appointment. Very simple. Basically, sorry, my puppy's freaking out here. Okay. Oh boy, hang on a second. I'm so sorry. Quiet. Okay. So basically you would go here to ask for your appointment. This is very simple information. Right now, as you can see, it's closed. So you won't be able to make an appointment. Are you still seeing my screen? I'm so sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, you see it now? Yes? Okay, good. Perfect. So as you can see, the registration is closed, but this is where you would have a link to register. I apologize for that. So the teachers we hire for our learn tutoring, like we have a vast variety of teachers that, have certain specialties, that have certain strengths. Um, a lot of the students that we do have, like there are several students that might have special needs, require more support. So we do try to pair them up with the teacher that will be, well qualified to help that child. Let's say the child has, I don't know, I can give you an example like dyslexia or having comprehension problems or whatever it is, right? We have certain teachers that are really, specialized for that. So, we'll pair them up, right? So, like I said, I would always recommend that parents to try the service. It may work, like it may not. But most of the time, I would say 99% of the time, we always get great feedback, great positive reviews. And, the child that's struggling, that has a need that's, particular to them, we really try to make it work. And we pair them up with a teacher that, will help the child thrive. I see that there's a comment here. Do you offer sample tests for things like admission tests to secondary schools? No, we don't have that. We don't offer like sample tests for things. No, I understand your question. Like certain schools, like if you want to write an exam to get into a certain school, whether it be a private school or a school that's you need to write a test in order to get in there. We don't offer that really. I mean, it's I guess it's just if to get into secondary school. No, I wouldn't. I mean, there are practice resources on our website. Like I was mentioning earlier, you can actually try to access. I'm just going to show you quickly here the resources, the featured resources here, elementary subject help. So we'll go into the elementary one. We have different resources here that might helpful. The featured resource that I mentioned earlier in the presentations is found here. So it's elementary featured resource, highlighting both great educational tools and learn super teachers and tutors. So this is where is a page where we have a lot of our tutors that recommend certain resources to help them on different subject areas. So I encourage you looking at this page, and you'll probably find all kinds of interesting links and the resources that are shared by our tutors that are actually tutoring your students with different subjects that we have, like for ELA, we have for French, math, again for reading as well. So it's some great tools and resources. But to answer your question specifically, tests, no, we don't offer that, and we don't have them available on our site, unfortunately. Do I have any other questions? Let me see if there's anything else that you want me to review on our website. Oh, I do have a little comment. We are going to be launching our new website in the fall. So I highly encourage you to follow us on our social media platforms to know when that launch will be, and come and discover our new website. It's going to be so. We've listened to a lot of the feedback we received, community members, and it's going to be very user friendly. Access to a lot of resources, the ones that we have presently, some new ones coming out. It's just it's going to be a great website for families and community members to access. Do we have any other questions or comments?
I don't see any other ones. I just wanted to reiterate one more time. We and here, there we go. I just wanted to get it smoother. So I just wanted to reiterate one more time that this is not just a tutoring service. It's a holistic approach. There's so many extra goodies and extra little additions to the services that you offer, like the webinars, like the Good Night Bag, the partnerships with the Yellow Prof. And we really appreciate these kinds of services offered for our community. At this point, I would like to thank Carolina today from Learn. And do you want to just reiterate the website for us, Carolina?
Sure. Our website is learnquebec.ca, and our specific landing page to tutoring, which I encourage you to come back in October to visit and make your requests. Learnquebec.ca/tutoring. I apologize for before, my little puppy. I have a little puppy.
We didn't hear it. It's all good.
You didn't hear? It's cute, no?
I'll just share my screen one more time for our closing. So I just wanted to thank all our partners. And big shout out goes to all the Lunch and Learn presenters. We applaud all your dedication and commitment to building a stronger communities. We'd also like to take a moment to thank all the EMSB resources that and local community partners who contributed to ParentCon 2023. A big thank you goes out to all our speakers, EMSB staff members, and events committee, and to Joey Sino for his technical support around our Lunch and Learn series. Finally, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to attend this session, and we still have a few more sessions coming in over the next couple of days, and just if you want more resources, don't forget to visit our EMSB Parents Committee Facebook page and our YouTube page. So that's at facebook.com/EMSB Parents and youtube.com /@EMSB Parents, and our website emsbparents.ca. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get additional notifications. So thank you again. Thank you, Carolina. And,
thank you so much for having us. Thank you. Have
absolutely.
a great day, great afternoon,
Have
and
a
a
great
great
afternoon.
end to the school year. Ciao.
Indeed. Crunch time. Crunch time is here, as Carolina said.
Ciao.
Thank you so much, Caroline.
Bye-bye.
All right.